everybody. Welcome. How are you? Hope you're having a wonderful weekend. I was actually wanting to start the React earlier, but there was a bit of a storm in my area and it kept messing with the Wi-Fi, but it's cleared up and the sun's starting to come out. So I wanted to catch up on the reacts that I wanted to do to Foodie. I was actually going to react to the stream that she did when she went to the coffee place, but before I could do that, Foodie did another live. Now, normally I wait until after the stream is over to check it out, see if it's worth reacting to. And I went to Twitter to see if there were any clips there. And the stuff that I saw on Twitter, yeah, we're reacting to that one today. Because there is some stuff to go over, and I have a lot to say. And I'm going to pre-warn everybody, there might be some coarse language from me. I'm not going to hold back with Foodie today. I'm just not. She has totally ticked me off. I'm still ticked off learning about the things that she has said about Yaba's child. I know that people in the community, some of you on my channel may or may not like Yaba, the YouTube Underground. Some of you may be subscribers to her or not. But even for those that do not like Yaba, I think we can all agree that when it comes to children, children are off limits when it comes to YouTube content. They are not subjects to be talked about or discussed or brought up. And Chantal is using something horrible that happened to one of Yaba's children as a gotcha moment. I find it interesting and also extremely vile that at the same time that Chantal's doing that, remember, Chantal claims to be someone that she's gone through abuse. She claims to have gone through SA and DV. Do I believe that? No, not at all. And many things that she has done and said point in the direction of her being a complete, total, phony, fake victim. Telling a story about being a victim is not the same thing as having the experiences of one. Since she does not have the experiences, all she's doing is telling a story. But when she tells the story versus just relating to the experience, there's a lot of things missing. There's a lot of things that don't make sense, don't add up. The math ain't mathin'. I pointed out some of the things that look weird to me, that don't look right. And certainly with this newest thing that she's doing, talking about Yaba's child in the way that she has and is, using the hurt of a child, monetizing the hurt of a child, using it as a way to be cruel and to get back at somebody just because they have an opinion about you. What true victim would do that? What true victim of any kind of abuse would do that? If you've gone through a certain kind of hurt, you certainly would have compassion and empathy towards anyone, young or old, male or female. Certainly you would have compassion and empathy for a child, or at least you should. Not in Chantal's case. That's why I call her a fake, phony victim. She's never been through the things that she's claimed that she's been through. And that's why she feels free to talk about such things in the way that she has and the way that she does. So, Chantal, you're vile. You are disgusting. And the gloves are coming off today, Mama. They've come off. I'm taking them off for you. It's the things you've said, leaving me with a real bad taste in my mouth. And the only way to get that bad taste out is to just let you have it. You've earned it. And I'm going to give it to you. So we are going to go over to Twitter, y'all. I'm going to go over all the Twitter stuff. And there's there's not a lot to go over. I would like to include some positive stuff because what you're about to see from Chantal, it's going to tick you off. Uh, there are some things in her live stream that I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. But we'll get to those when we get to those. Let's go over the Twitter stuff first and get that out of the way. All right, so let's just see. I want to make sure that I am where I need to be. Perfect, I am. I'm coming to class prepared. All right, so for those of you that are on Twitter and you want to follow me on Twitter, there's my handle, Wow Girl Sarah. Let's start here with something positive from why you should have a cat. Bro is doing everything to just not be identified as orange. So this cat saying, I saw this cat wearing a hoodie and socks at the park today. You know, I love that about torties. Sometimes they get mixed with other breeds and you get these unusual fur patterns like this little guy. It does look like he's wearing a hoodie. It's so unusual. I've never seen that. I think that's awesome, though. What a pretty unusual cat. Okay, so this is going to be a long comment, but I like the comment, so I'm including it with my react. This is courtesy of Queen of WTF saying, comment is spot on. We have been saying this for years. Chantal knows this as well, but she doesn't like being uncomfortable. Until she gets real help and stop using TikTok for advice, nothing will change. So this comment is from Gardenia saying, I don't know. I do not mean this in a mean way, but I think what you need to work on, but I've never seen you with is more the mental side of things. When you left Canada, you assured all of your supporters that you had attached for mental hazard services from Canada to Kuwait. They gave reasons they were doubtful, and you said they were wrong. You haven't had any, and you haven't gone to any of the health services you assured everyone you were going to go to in Kuwait at Salah and get Salah's help. None. Only emergency visits when you are in crisis. I see him try to help, but you are awful towards him when he pushes. It seems that you never take into account that your plans will be hard and then don't plan for how to deal when it is hard. The very next at you're ready when you see you want because you craved it. Didn't you expect to crave it? It reminds me honestly of the lessons I teach my teenage son to help guide him that just saying that you are going to fix something will never make it magically happen. And if you don't prepare for how to deal with it when it's hard, you will never do it. The piece you are missing, Chantal, is that you need outside help. The other lesson I give my son that I see you seem to not have learned in adolescence is magical thinking that this time will be different because you want it to be, rather than looking at the historical factual cycle of your habits. It just seems that you never learned during adolescence how to properly cope with big or uncomfortable feelings in a healthy way. And so when you feel uncomfortable, like knowing good you need to eat healthy isn't the food you want to eat, you cope it in a very unhealthy way. You rationalize, justify, believe you can do it just this time because you seem incapable of delayed gratification or sitting through uncomfortable feelings or handling not getting what you want. And I mean this in a loving way. I don't think you will conquer this until you get consistent outside help to deal with these mental behaviors. When I teach my son about it, I always tell him the reason it's mental behaviors. I tell him the reason it's hard to change thoughts, habits, etc., and learn to persevere, etc., is because your brain has created a hardened line of synapses in one way of behaving. It's like riding a bike in the same rut for years. When you decide to take a different route, your bike tires want to pull back into the rut, and it takes a lot of effort to get them to go out of the rut and create a new rut. And you can't do this by trying anymore. If the only people you have helping you are people you can pout to or be grumpy to, then get to let you have your way, it will never work. You are literally cooling the chicken breast you bought to be healthy in an unhealthy way. You've justified it. Cooking cream, cheese, ice cream. Since I watched you, you have given the reasoning of needing to have access to unhealthy things so that you don't get more unhealthy things. It hasn't worked once. Why do you think trying the same thing over and over will work this time? So yeah, that was a really, really long comment. And I would like to say this to add to that. Uh, for those of you that are beezers coming over here, Chantal's a food addict. I think even you beezers can agree with me on that. She is an addict. And I think it needs to be understood that addiction is addiction, no matter what the thing is that the person is addicted to. And all things, when they turn into addictions, they can harm or hinder or even stop your life, depending on how far they get. So Chantal is an addict. And just because her addiction is food, food can be just as lethal and life-threatening as any legal or illegal substance. I mean, look at what food has done to her. She's literally addicted to food. She has to eat every hour or 2 hours. She has to have plenty of junk food. She spends thousands, literally thousands on food. Like, she's so hyper fixated on food. She thinks of nothing else. She doesn't do anything. She doesn't go out of the house. Is there really any difference with what Chantal's doing than, say, for an example, somebody who's in a crack house, and I'm not saying this to trigger anybody, but just giving an example, somebody who might be sitting in a crack house shooting up or popping pills, like somebody who's so deep into their addiction that that's all they want to do. They just want to have plenty of whatever substance that they crave and do nothing but that all day. Is there really any difference between a person such as that and what she's doing? She sits in the house all day and does her rug of choice in copious amounts. And she's kind of in a unique position where some people who have an addiction to something else, once they run out of money and they don't have any more funding, they might run out of their rug of choice. Chantal has created a whole system to get her rug of choice and have other people pay for it. Her habit is so large, she literally has to crowdsource and crowdfund to get the amount of food that she requires, the amount of food that her addiction monster requires to keep it happy. And that habit is growing bigger and bigger by the day. So just some food for thought. Let's move on. Okay, so this is from Crazy O Gabby. And this is a comment, and this person ripped Chantal a new one. This person, Drama Fiend, says, "You are so low and disgusting, cosplaying a Muslim, married to a scamming person with a little penis that can't even reach your hole." They just let her have it. Trying to get into Canada, and after all this words, all this disgusting crap that's spewing from your big mouth, I cannot wait for your first real medical emergency, termination of your channel, or Salah to leave you. Say what you want, but you know doggone well that you'll be bringing him to Canada because that's the only reason Salah's with you. You can't even get your own crap together, and you're out here talking crap about others. Tell me what content you have. There's no freaking content. All you do is talk about FFG and Yaba. You can't even get your own crap together. You don't even have a real marriage. Probably never had sex with the man because he doesn't want anything to do with you intimately. So you have to come online and sexualize a young person. How freaking disgusting are you? You're a disgrace to your community and yourself. Go eat another donut and sexualize your eating so you can get paid like the disgraceful blank that you are. How is your father-in-law? Has he seen your OnlyFans pictures? What about the Cuba rage? What about how you've been treating his son, making him do all of your running around? You've disgraced his family and his culture, and now claiming that you left BB because he wanted kids. Instead, you take on a 30-year-old and you hold him back from having a real family. And your traveling is what? Sitting in a hotel with your lazy butt because you don't want to walk around and see what's around you. Your traveling is a joke. You've literally stayed in a hotel room in Thailand and ate 7-Eleven for days. I couldn't stand you before, and now this, again, really shows the type of human you are. I never thought anyone could be so disgusting and go so low. Modest Muslim, please. This shows you are rotten to your core, and the fact that you're oblivious to what you're actually saying is unreal. There's a special place for you in hell, and the devil is preparing you at the point, and that's why it's so hot where you are. They had a lot to say. They had a lot to say. And you know what? That's the crazy, twisted, messed up thing about Chantal. When people are this angry at her, she actually enjoys it. She revels in it. She wallows in the anger, in the rage, in disgust, like a pig wallows in mud. She just wants to just surround herself with it, coat herself in it. It's really strange with Chantal. On one side, she says, they hate me. And yet she goes out of her way to make people dislike her. And even the newbies that are watching Chantal, the new batch, the ones that have not been around that long, can you newbies honestly say that Chantal is innocent and that Girl World and the reactors that we're just picking on her for her weight? There's absolutely nothing else. It's not because of anything she says. It's just because of her weight. Can you guys really, really, honestly, truly say that? I don't think you can. I don't think you can. I think Chantal has gone to a place where even her beezers can't defend her. Okay, so hello YouTube, says Chantal. Have you had chicken with mayo sauce? I know it sounds like a fat girl thing, but I'm fat, so. Yet you claim to be skinnier than most of Girl World. Did she really put mayonnaise on chicken? Why does that sound gross? Perfectly Imperfect says she thinks this is cheap for her grocery haul. I'm not seeing it. So what did she pay for her grocery haul video? By the way, y'all, did anybody out there, do we care about her grocery hauls? Is that really great, entertaining content? Because I don't think so. Since when did a simple grocery haul become entertaining content on YouTube? I really don't care what she buys for food, because whatever she shows us in the grocery haul, we all know, it's understood that the groceries in her kitchen, those are it's just backup food. That's not what she really eats. That's just backup food in case she mows through the fast food that she gets, or she runs out of money and she doesn't have anything else to eat. It's just backup food. So what did she pay? $98.11 American, or $89.58 Canadian. How do we know she really paid that, though? I mean, knowing Chantal, it could be more expensive than that. I mean, she does lie, but almost $100 for groceries, that doesn't sound cheap to me. And the little bit that I did see of her grocery haul, Chantal, you don't know how to shop. You do not know how to shop smart and make your money stretch. You don't know how to buy in a very smart way. You just spend money on whatever stuff, and then you wonder, why do I run out of food so fast? Okay, Queen of WTF says, yes, we are all aware of your cycle. This is also part of that cycle, bringing junk food into your house, thinking you can control it, and it never works. You don't have the willpower to stop yourself, and Salah is not going to stop you. Well, Chantal said herself long ago that Salah can't stop her. She's an out of control person, but the one thing that she will always maintain control of is the money. She'll always control the money so she can have control of the money and make sure she gets her food. She doesn't want anybody telling her no or having control of the money. She doesn't want to hear from somebody, it's my money. So since it's my money, I have the say so about whether you get the junk food or not. She doesn't want to depend on somebody else to get her junk food. She wants to make the money so that nobody can tell her no. She doesn't want to hear the word no. But go ahead and talk, Chantal.
And I'm buying these things like the ice cream and stuff because I'm being realistic. Like, I'll say, okay, I'm not going to eat this. You know how I do that cycle thing, right? Well, if I don't have ice cream in the house, then I basically I'll want to order it. I'll want to order a whole ice cream or a box of donuts.
And I've said this before, if you're a food addict, if you got a problem with food, the worst thing you can do is have temptation foods in the house. Why? Because it's there. And if it's there, you're going to eat it. And when do the worst cravings come? At night. Always at night. You can be a good girl all day, and then the cravings happen at night. And if there's something in the kitchen, if there's something in the freezer or something in the fridge or in the pantry, you're going to go for it. And you're really going to go for it if you're upset or you're lonely or you're depressed. There's nothing like negative emotion that will make you eat. And Chantal's always negative. So what do you think happens to her at night? She literally stays up all night and goes to town on the food in the morning. Her pantry is bare. The refrigerator is bare. So her thinking of, if I buy ice cream, then it's there and I won't have to order the ice cream. Here's the problem. Chantal will eat the ice cream that she buys from the grocery store. And after it's all gone, she won't say to herself, oh, wow, I just ate all that doggone ice cream. What's wrong with me? No, she'll eat all the ice cream in the house and then make an order on top of that. So that way of thinking isn't exactly helping you, ma'am.
Donuts or something. At least if I allow myself one ice cream.
Yeah, how big is the ice cream though? How big is it? Are we talking about a cone? Are we talking about a gallon of ice cream? Like, how much ice cream did you really buy? Because knowing Chantal, she doesn't do anything small, okay? We've seen the backup meals. We've seen the backup sandwiches. So is it a stretch to imagine that if she gets ice cream, she's going to get like a half gallon or a whole gallon, as much as she can possibly get?
Yeah,
and I'm just going to say it. Whatever you got in the house, if you got an entire tub of ice cream, you're going to mow right through it. Promise you that. Just because it's there.
It's going to help me regulate, so we'll see.
You're not regulating, though. You're a food addict. Your addiction is raging out of control. You have no coping skills, no coping mechanisms. You're not going to therapy. You're not talking to anybody. You have no tools in your toolbox to stop yourself. So how can you possibly regulate? Like that whole thing with intuitive eating. How can you eat intuitively if you don't listen to your intuition? You don't know what it is.
I know you think I'm going to bite his head off if he doesn't let me eat the whole box, but no.
But you do. You do. We remember that stream you did with the donuts. You woke him out of a sound sleep, Chantal, on purpose. And then you bugged him for hours to get donuts. 3 hours you bugged him. You annoyed the crap out of Salah to get you some freaking donuts. And then when there were no donut shops open at midnight, you bugged him to get some ice cream. You wanted something sweet.
I'm going to try my best.
But yeah, well, your best isn't good enough because you suck at it. All right. Okay, y'all ready? Brace yourselves. So one of the things that Chantal discussed in her live stream, and those of you that are pet owners, especially those of you that say have dogs or cats, you're going to get mad the way that I got mad. Because in the live stream that Chantal did, she revealed the reason why she's, excuse me, I'm so sorry. The reason why she's been going down to the gym area to do the streaming versus being at home is because Julia is in heat. Yeah. So about 10 months ago, Chantal took Julia to the vet and she got a special shot. which stopped her from going into heat for quite a while. That was like 10 months ago. And I guess that shot has worn off. In that space of time, Chantal could have saved up money and taken Julia back to get her properly fixed and gotten her shots, but she never did. So now Julia is in heat again. So Chantal's been going down to the gym because Julia is doing what cats do in heat. She's yowling, she's meowing, and she doesn't want that to appear on camera or her being heard. So Julia is not only in heat, I'm telling you, it's going to make you mad. She basically put her in the spare room by herself. This poor baby is in heat, locked in a room by herself. And remember, when Chantal is in the apartment, she keeps the temperature down really, really low so that she can be comfortable. So there's poor Julia, unfixed, in heat, uncomfortable, alone in a room, and a room that happens to be freezing. And cats get cold just like people do. And I'm sure that's what's going on with Harry the hamster as well. For those who do not know, hamsters, they're very sensitive to temperature change. And if it gets too cold, they go into a state called torpor, which is like a hibernation state, which can be very dangerous to a hamster. So those of us that we make comments about, oh, we're on Harry number 5,436, that might not be a stretch. If Chantal is keeping the temperature down too low, that could actually harm the hamster or make it sick or even unalive it. So there might have been replacement Harrys just for that reason. But on top of the hamster, Julia is up in the apartment, unvaccinated, unfixed, in heat, alone, miserable. And Chantal hasn't done a doggone thing, and there's just no excuse. Dell on Earth says it's been nearly 10 months since Julia went into heat the first time. 10 months without proper vet care, no vaccinations, and unspayed still because Foodie Beauty is what now? An animal blanking piece of crap. Yep. So the cycle continues. She neglected BBJ and Sam, and now she's in a different location and doing the exact same thing to pets that she currently owns. Mo Translate says Chantal said she's been going live in the gym because Julia is in heat and meows very loud. Let's watch.
My cat just hollers when they're in heat. No, she's like, yeah, she hollers loud, and then she'll just like, she'll walk in front of me and stop and put her butt in the air and just be like, so I'm like, I don't want people to talk about my cat situation. So I'm just gonna go live and downstairs for now. But
so she's more concerned about what are people gonna say if they hear Julia versus the cat being comfortable. Once again, it's all about Chantal. It's all about her. It's not about I should do the right thing and take the cat to the vet and get her fixed. It's all about I have to go live on YouTube. I have to go live and she's in heat and people are going to hear her and they're going to say something. Well, guess what, Chantal? They're going to say something now that you're revealing that Julia is in heat. And it didn't have to go that way. It's been 10 months. You couldn't have taken some of that takeout money and taken her to the vet and gotten her fixed. You complain about people making comments regarding yourself and animals. And it would be so simple to avoid some of the talk by just doing what you need to do. All of the noise regarding you and your pets, a lot of that noise could have been avoided if you had just done the right thing. Going all the way back to BBJ and Sam. If you had just provided a clean environment, if you had just fed them the right way, if you had just taken BBJ to the vet and gotten her proper medical care and got her nails clipped, if you had taken Sam to the groomers more often to get him groomed. All the noise regarding the pets and their neglect would not have been there. And now Julia, if you had gotten her nails clipped, you'd gotten her fixed. If there's nothing to talk about, we wouldn't be talking about it. But because you're such a neglectful person with your pets, we're talking about it. It's a topic on the table and we're going to discuss it. So you don't want people to talk about you and the pets, and yet you neglect pets. Do you see how the two are related? Are you getting it now? 10 months, Chantal. 10. 10. How much does it cost to get a cat fixed over in Kuwait? Like, what is the cost of that? I know that female cats are a bit more expensive to get fixed than the males. Male cats are a lot more simple than the female. But how much would it cost to get her fixed? You never looked into it. You took the lazy way out and you got a simple shot. And the shot lasted for quite a while. More than enough time to save up money if you didn't have it. You could have taken some of that takeout money that you spent on those doggone donuts and gotten her fixed. You want animals around for attention, but you are not a pet owner. You just keep them around to get attention for yourself and to love on and make yourself seem like a pet owner. You're not. You're not a proper pet guardian. You're not. You are not. You suck.
I did also want to see the cats as well. So, yeah, poor Julia. I feel bad. I've been like,
you feel bad for her, but what are you doing to help her? What are you doing? Julia came from the streets. I'm absolutely certain of that. Nobody gave you Julia. You saw her on the street. She looked a lot like BBJ. You and Salah picked her up, brought her in off the street, and then you did not do your due diligence as her new owner to be her guardian and see to her care. And cats are not that complicated. They don't require that much. They're kind of low maintenance for the most part. All you had to do was just do that low maintenance, Chantal. I feel so bad for her. You claim to care for her so much, and yet you care for her so little at the same time. And you and Salah are going to be going on a trip. And you're going to leave her behind like that. Still unfixed. You are amazing, Chantal. You are amazingly vile. You're disgusting. You know, Chantal, there's so much I could say. But I'm going to say this. You know, they say that your outside is a reflection of what's going on inside of you. Who you are inside, how you take care of yourself. And judging by the look of you, I would say you've got a very ugly inside. All that ugliness inside is coming outside. The outside is starting to match the inside. That ugliness you got inside of you, it is seething out of your pores. It's oozing out of you. You are vile, ma'am. Vile. And I don't know how much time on this earth you have left. There's no telling. But you're such a vile, evil, thoughtless person. You're so self-centered, so self-absorbed, narcissistic, uncaring, lacking in remorse and regret for anything you've said or anything you've done. When your time comes, Chantal, and I don't know when that is, but when your time comes and you're on the other side of the grass where the sun can't reach, I'm pretty certain it's going to be one of those cases where anybody and everybody who ever knew you, they're not going to cry over you. They're not going to miss you. They're not going to say, I miss her so much. She was a wonderful person. I was made better for knowing her, for talking to her. Every single person that you ever encountered, they're all going to breathe a sigh of relief that you're gone. Because you're not going to be a headache or a burden or cause chaos in their lives. And the time that you've been on this earth, every single person that you've come across, you have left a trail of destruction and chaos and ruin. Anything with a heartbeat, you have negatively affected. That includes animals. You are not a credit to the human species. You are the 7 deadly sins rolled into one body. You're a walking cautionary tale of this is what you can become if you live your life without rules, restrictions, morals, values, if you don't have a moral compass, if you want to live your life in a hedonistic way, this is what you can become. You're also the walking definition of money doesn't buy happiness, because that's all you have is money. You're so broke, all you have is money. You're bankrupt everywhere else. And since you cause so much misery to people, Chantal, I remember in my previous reacts, I said, you should go home to Canada. I've changed my mind. Stay in Kuwait. Stay there. Stay miserable with Salah, with your fake life, with your fake fantasy life, to your fake husband. Eat yourself stupid. You're going to anyway. You know what you need to do to fix your life. You don't want to. Nobody can make you. You're creating your own misery. You say that, girl world, we all wish you harm. The irony of that is you wish yourself more harm than any of us ever could. We don't have to do a doggone thing to you. All we have to do is sit on the bleachers with our popcorn and our soda and watch the show. You're hurting yourself far more than any of us could ever hurt you. You're doing a fine job of that. You are designing your own demise. So enjoy the misery that you yourself designed and created. Have at it. Stay in Kuwait. Be with Salah. It's what you wanted. Enjoy it. Absolutely enjoy it. Moon Goddess Tarot says, hold the F up. Julia is in heat, just as we kept telling you she would be for months. But now you can't get her spayed because of your visa run. Yet another reason we don't like you that has F all to do with your weight. Right. You know, Beezers, if all we did was hate on her weight, I would say all of you are right. It's just about the weight. But there's so many other reasons. There's so many other reasons that the weight thing is way down at the bottom of the list. She's vile. She's deplorable. She's been on YouTube for 8 years. She's done so many things. So many that I can't even begin to count them all. And if you think I'm lying, if I'm a reactor and you're like, all reactors are scumbags, do your own homework. There's tons of clip channels, reaction channels, archive channels. Do your homework. Do your own research and find out your own information. You'll see what we're talking about. Use some logic here. If this many people are talking about Chantal the way that we do, there must be some reasons why. And not because of her weight. If she's been on YouTube for 8 years, and we're making videos and people are watching the videos and they're subscribing to our channels, there must be a reason other than the fact that she's super morbidly obese. There must be something to that. Do your own research. You'll see. Alex is hectic. Says Foodie's now dealing with a cat in heat and calls her so annoying. Apparently she got her an injection that kept her out of heat till now. She didn't spay her because she felt bad because I've had my ovaries removed, which is the dumbest crap I've ever heard. It's just more neglect. When a cat goes into heat, and that's called queening, when a cat is in heat, she's referred to as a queen. It is painful for the cat. It's very uncomfortable. That's why they do all the meowing and all this stuff. It's painful for them. They're uncomfortable. And just because you've had your ovaries removed, Chantal, what does that have to do with a cat? Obviously, she's still got her reproductive system. If she's going into heat, dum-dum. Or did they not teach you that, you know, like just because your ovaries are gone doesn't mean the cat's ovaries are gone. She's uncomfortable, so she's still got hers. And you're right, Alex, it is neglect. Tara Lee says, as we expected, Foodie, another poor animal is being neglected, abused. You really need to suffer consequences for your treatment of them. The karma you're now experiencing isn't enough. I can only hope the universe has plans for you. What goes around comes around. Like I said, Tara, nobody anywhere has to do anything to Chantal. Chantal's doing the work for us. She's doing all the work for us. She's hurting herself faster, better, and more severe than any of us could ever imagine. We don't have to lift a finger. She's hurting herself. When she goes on camera and she does the mukbangs, she's doing self-harm content. She's hurting herself. She lives in misery every day. She lives in pain every day. And Chantal, you can't tell me that you're not in pain, Mama. You can't. I mean, I'm not trying to compare oranges to apples here. But when I had my food issue, my highest weight was 150 pounds. And that may not seem like much to some, but understand that I am petite and I grew up and I was basically small for a long time. And then I just started gaining weight because of the food issue. But that extra 30 pounds on my frame, I could feel it. It was painful. I felt gross. I literally felt the weight pulling on me. So if I felt like that at 150, I can't even imagine how Foodie feels, that she's hundreds and hundreds of pounds overweight, because at her height, she should be about 115, 120 pounds. And she's somewhere in the neighborhood of 550. So she wakes up in pain, falls asleep in pain, probably doesn't sleep very well. She's constantly in pain and she puts herself there. Yet she does nothing about it. Whatever the pain level is, she's comfortable with it because she's not reached that point where she's saying, enough is enough. I can't take any more and I'm going to change things. So if she's decided to live with that pain, then that's her decision. All right, so this is a clip from Perfectly Imperfect saying, OMG, such an idiot. Last October was 10 months ago. Exactly what they told you. Let's watch.
This one will last like, they say 10 months, but this one lasted like a year. I remember her going into heat the first time when we came back from Thailand, which was like in October. So that's a long time.
So that shot lasted quite a while. More than enough time to get her fixed. More than enough time. I don't know what it cost over in Kuwait to get a cat fixed, but she's had the money. 10 times over she had it. Didn't spend it. Nope. Oh God. Okay, let's go on to something positive, a little palate cleanser. This broke my heart. Post of cat saying the way he said bye to his mom. And this is, oh, so sorry, so sorry. Let me just pause it here. So let me turn off the volume. when you decide to leave food for the neighborhood stray. So there's Mama Cat and her baby. And this breaks my heart. Mom, why couldn't Mom come in too? She's just dropping off her baby and saying, I got a baby. Can you please take care of him? I would have taken in both of them. So look, there's Mom, and she's saying, bye. I found you a good owner. And the kitten just walks right in. But come on, Mom, you can walk in too. Don't feel like you're left out. Oh, there's the baby today. Look at the belly. Look at the belly. Beautiful baby, but I would have taken a Mom as well. Look at that face. That breaks my heart, though. I feel bad for the mother. It's like I would have taken them both. I wouldn't have separated them. I would have kept Mom with the baby. Kelly says, more proof Foodie's a liar. The only reason she told is because she wanted to go back to her apartment to eat ice cream. No wonder she's been going live at the gym. She could care less about the homeless cats. So let's watch.
Okay, I have something to tell you, like why I don't want to go into my apartment. So my cat is in heat. Yeah, she hollers loud, and then she'll...
By the way, Foodie, about that. You know what? 2 for 1 special today. Just for you, baby girl. For those who do not know, a cat being in heat, depending on the cat, it can last anywhere from a few days to over a week. And although I can't say for sure because I'm not there to see Julia, I would imagine because the cat got the shot and it's been 10 months since she's been in heat, I can only imagine because the heat has been prolonged. The heat actually might be more severe because of the shot. But go ahead, Beast, talk to me.
She'll just like, she'll walk in front of me and stop and put her butt in the air and just be like,
and you think that's cute. You know what? You suck. You suck so bad. Loretta H says, so when Salah is asleep, there's no purbees in sight in the chat with hundreds of donations. Yeah, tell us it isn't you without telling us, brain zombie. So rumor time. No receipts, just a rumor. There's a rumor going around that what Chantal is trying to do is have Salah or somebody she knows do like the gifted memberships in hopes that by getting people memberships, that they will continue the memberships once the free memberships run out. Just trying to drum up some business, more or less. But yeah, I do think it's interesting that when Salah is asleep, where's Purbees? Where'd they go? All right, palette cleanser from L Lookbook. I love this. What a beautiful place. I'd love to live there. When can I move in? And y'all look at this sink. Look at it. Very boho, hippie-ish, springtime. I'm getting positive vibes off that sink. I think I purposely mess up a dish so I can wash dishes in it. Beautiful, beautiful work on that sink. It's so colorful. I love it. And this from Valentina Holloway. I love abandoned places. I really do. And I think places like this that has this kind of architecture, I wish that more people could fix places like this up. I know the cost would probably be exuberant and there might be structure issues or mold issues, but doggone it, it would be so worth it because you just don't see stuff like this anymore. I mean, even as ragged as this room looks, I would take it as is. I wouldn't care. I would not care. I'd be like, this place is beautiful, just the way it is. Just sell it to me. I'll take it. Because even ragged, it looks fantastic. I would take a mansion or a place like this and just move in. I wouldn't care. It looking a bit ragged, be just kind of like the decor in the background. We could just roll with it. All right. So it's something from Moon Lover, full moon and rainbow. Well, that's something you don't see every day. Pretty. Aw, from Yog. Sharing is caring. So you got the piglet and the rabbit. And they're sharing the lettuce. You know, sharing is caring. All right. Yog, attack, 100% damage, 0% cuteness, 100%. Look at the floof. I don't know what move that is, but it might be effective. All right. Are we done here? We can stay here all day. I don't want to stay here all day. I want to get right to her video. We're not starting at the very beginning, y'all, because she's just at the gym talking about nothing. This stream went on for about an hour and 45 minutes. We're starting about 36 minutes in. She started at the gym area. She wanted an ice cream, so she decided to come back in the house for the ice cream. Hence the reason why she finally told us the truth about Julia. But we're starting in at the 36-minute, 10-second mark. Now, I'm just trying to cut out some of the stuff that she does. Anyway, let's go.
No, I'm not impregnating her.
You better not. You better freaking not. Yeah, that's been the rumor, that she wanted Julia to get pregnant. And that was the whole thing behind them feeding the stray cats. I did see a couple of ginger-colored male toms. And I'm sure that they smelled Julia's heat scent on Chantal's clothes. People were wondering, is she going to take one of them upstairs and let them do the dirty with Julia just to get kittens out of her? And you know what? If Julia's in heat, even if she is in heat, can't they wait long enough when she's out of heat and then schedule a surgery and then get it done and then go on vacation? It's not even really a vacation. It's just they're like doing the visa run.
It's hot.
You know what's funny? She's in the elevator. She's not really acting anxious over the elevator, is she? So you're a big liar about that too. Funny how like her anxiety and her depression and everything else is selective, isn't it?
I'm not at the airport. Every time I don't go live for like a day, people think I'm at the airport or something. Yes. I have a phobia of elevators. A big one. I'm not going to talk loud because
You know what? I'm tired of her heavy breathing. I want to show you guys something else. Okay, actually, I'm going to read it to you. I'm on Reddit because I was wondering how much would it cost to get Julia fixed in Kuwait. Like, how much would it really cost? So, like, I brought up Reddit, just doing a quick search, which took me seconds because you guys saw, like, I'm sitting here reacting. So let me just show you. All right, just because I like to show the receipts with what I'm doing so you guys can see it too. All right, so we're going to switch over. Okay. So we're on Reddit. You guys can see in the window. And I know that the type is hard to see, and that's fine. Let me just read it to you. This person asked the question, I don't want a sketchy vet or anything. I am just wondering which vet would be the cheapest and how much would it cost? I am a student, so I don't have much money to spare, and I have no idea how much it actually costs. I was thinking it might be anywhere from 20 KD to 50 KD. I really want to put my cat out of her misery. And I'm when they say put it out of the misery, it's not unaliving them. It's just making sure they get fixed. Thanks ahead. So this person replies back saying, got mine done at the Royal Animal Hospital at the Friday market. Think it cost about 40 KD. Heard good things about the International Veterinary Hospital, but I've never been. All right, so what else we got here? International Vet Hospital told me it costs 79 KD per cat. What a joke. Go to Dohama's or Royal Animal Hospital. 20 to 40 KD is a steal. So, you know what? Now we've seen that. So let's just say it's 40 KD. All right. Let me do the conversion on that real quick. What is 40 KD switched over to Canadian money? So, all right. Kuwait dinar conversion Canadian dollar. Okay. So, no. I did not ask that. Sorry. All right. So 40 KD. Doggone it. All right. So if the cost to get Julia fixed was 40 Kuwaiti dinar, that would be $178.83 Canadian. Less than $200. I mean, over in the United States, it would be a lot more. It's super cheap to get it done over there. And that's not at a sketchy vet, that's at an actual hospital for pets. $178, Chantal. And you couldn't spare $178? The money you make on YouTube and you doing cameos and you can't even afford $178 to get your cat fixed? Or you could, but you're probably looking at her and going, $178? That's like 3 meals out of takeout. Screw that cat. I just want to let y'all know. And just for context, just to show you what 40 KD looks like, there you go. 40 Kuwait dinar, $178.83. Not much. You know, she manages to talk to her FOODIE people and get free food out of them and get money for whatever crap she's doing for them. You mean to tell me that she can't go to those same people and say, hey, can you give me $178 to fix my cat just to make me happy? They wouldn't do that for you? What good are they? What good are those people? They want you to satisfy their fetish, and they're not going to give you extra money to get your cat fixed? Go ahead, Chantal.
I think Julia's finally sleeping. I had to put her I put Harry in the hall here. And when I left, I shut his door to the bedroom. And then I put her in Harry's room. I opened the curtain so she can have moonlight. And
you've got her locked alone in a freezing room by herself. Almost like punishment. Like it's her fault she's in heat. When you could have fixed it. 10 months, Chantal. You had 10 months to help out that poor baby. 10 months. Does it take 10 months to save up less than $200? You got Salah right there. You could have given him the money. He could have dropped off Julia and then picked her back up. Bing, bang, boom, done. You couldn't manage it? No? I mean, Salah goes off and he gets your food. You couldn't pay him to go take her to the vet or make the appointment and go pick her back up after the procedure was over? He'll get up late at night and he'll get your doggone donuts, but he can't take the cat to the vet?
Put her box, put her food, water, made like a little bed for her because she's been sleeping more too.
I doubt that. If the cat is in heat, it's going to be up, up, up until it's literally exhausted. Then it might fall asleep.
When she's sleeping, she's not meowing.
Well, yeah, because she's sleeping, dummy.
So, like, if I don't put her in that room when one of us is sleeping, she will wake us up every.
Don't talk like he's there. Salah's not there. You're there by yourself. You live like a pig. You're sloppy. If Salah were there, that house would not look like that. The house looks like that because he's not there. You live by yourself, Chantal. He is not there. He doesn't sleep there with you. You're running all up in that house. You don't bathe yourself. You don't clean anything up. You don't take a shower. I'm sure the place probably smells as bad as you do. You think he actually sleeps there? No. No, it's all about you. It's all about your sleep and your rest. What about your cat? I'm sure they would love to rest. I'm sure Julie would love to get her sleep, but right now she's bothered. And you can't be bothered with her.
Every half an hour at least. Yeah. That's okay. I can't afford to spay mine right now. Yeah, I don't feel ashamed or whatever.
You should, though. You should feel ashamed.
That's fine. We have to get her spayed. Can't get another injection. But
that's important. So the vet told Chantal, can't get any more injections. It was like a one-time deal. The cat got one injection and that was it. That's why they haven't taken her back to get another one. Because the vet told them, no more injections. You got to get her fixed. So instead of getting her fixed, which would not cost that much, she's like, well, screw that cat. Let her be in heat for the rest of her life.
We're going to maybe wait a little while because we got the injection. So she's not.
You did wait a little while. It's been 10 months. 10 months. Chantal, you're lazy. You were probably hoping that injection would last for the next 10 years.
Going to go into heat for another year. So there's no rush.
Yeah, there actually is a rush. Just because the doctor says, hey, the shot might last anywhere from, say, 8 months to 10 months, doesn't mean you should ride the line and wait for her to go in heat again. Which is exactly what you did.
Yeah, they are ridiculous, Teardrop. They're low-cost, no-cost clinics.
Swag Daddy says, if you can't afford to get your cat's medical needs addressed, maybe you shouldn't have having a pet. They are a responsibility. True. True.
Okay, well, goodbye, pet. Silliest of geese. See you. Wait, let's block Josie as well.
Yeah, just block people that are bringing up to you that you're an irresponsible pet owner. That it's irresponsible of you to have been in Kuwait for 2 years and clearly you've had the money to get them fixed. You can't cry poverty and say, sorry, guys, I just don't have the money. I barely had any money and I've barely been eating. Unfortunately, I could not get them fixed. You can't cry poor over that, Chantal. Not with the way that you've been doing mukbangs and buying the fast food. You can't say, I didn't have the money. If you had just skipped a few of your expensive fast food mukbangs, you would have had the money right then and there.
Yeah, see ya. I love the grocery haul. There were actually many healthy items. Romaines, lettuce, and beans. Hey, Laura. Can we eat McDonald's? No. But I might make something to eat. I left the bag of cat food on the couch. Yeah, I did. I'm not going down there.
Oh, that's nice. So Julia's cat food is down in the gym. So how's Julia going to eat? How's Julia going to eat? Her food's down there. And she's like, I'm not going to go get that bag. So what are you going to feed her?
Shit. Hey, Ted. Hey. I don't want negative, immature trolls, okay? If you want to be funny, that's fine. But if you want to accuse me of being a bad pet owner because my cat's in heat, just F off. Like, seriously. Hiya, this bitch crazy. Go clutch your pearls somewhere else. Like, she's treated very well.
No, she's not. You don't brush her. You're resentful if Salah gives her attention because you want all the attention from Salah. He likes the cat more than he likes you. You want the cat around to be like a prop and make it seem like you care about animals when you don't. You don't even care about yourself, Chantal. How can you possibly care for a pet?
She's treated very well.
No, she's not.
And no, yeah, we're going to get her fixed. It's not a matter of the...
We are going to get her fixed. Like famous last words. Chantal said the same thing about BBJ and Sam. Oh, I'm going to take him to the vet. I'm gonna. It's always empty promises with her. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. It's going to happen. Any of you beezers noticing a pattern here? Like that the empty promises thing? It's a thing with her. I'm going to do great content for you guys. I'm going to do members only content. I'm going to do giveaways, or I'm going to go on vacation and season 3 is going to be lit. She can make all the promises she wants and you guys will believe them because I keep you hanging on for another month or 2 months while you're paying your membership, but she will never deliver anything to you because she is a taker, not a giver.
The money, like now, you know, so it's not a matter of the money. Hey, Ella.
Well, then spend the money, then, stupid. If it's not a matter of the money, why didn't you spend the money? Why didn't it happen? This whole thing of the cat being in heat did not have to happen. Could have gotten her fixed and it wouldn't have been an issue.
LG. Ready? Oh, BBW Leila, welcome to Very Important Restoration. Welcome. Yeah, I'm going to do it. Yeah, Teardrop is a mod, Swag Daddy. She has a right to. I like them the same amount, Gia. Oh no, go clutch your pearls. My cat's in heat. Big fucking deal. Like, what the hell? You know, that's so weird. Sorry for my language, but why would I be mad at you, Laura? What did you do? I think the issue is that there doesn't seem to be any logical reason why she still hasn't been spayed. You don't know why, Jenna.
So Jenna says, I think the issue is that there doesn't seem to be any logical reason why she still hasn't been spayed. There's nothing that Chantal could say that would explain it away and make it make sense. She can't come up with a logical reason as to why. She can't say, I didn't have the money. Clearly she did. She can't say, oh, I'm working 2 jobs and I just didn't have the time, or the vet was busy, or there was no place that could take her. She's got the time. She's got the energy. She just doesn't want to do it. She doesn't want to spend money on an animal if it means it takes away from her food budget.
Dahlia, it's none of your business, actually. Right? It's my pet. I can do what I want. Like, it's not your business why. She had an injection to keep her out of heat. So, yeah. Yeah, it is bad.
Swag Daddy says, Chantal, you really have changed. You used to actually let people express themselves in your chat. It was one of my most favorite things about coming to your lives. Swag Daddy, I don't know exactly when you jumped in the Chantal pool, like when exactly that happened, but I've been around for quite a while, and I jumped in right about the time when she and BB were breaking up, like right about that time period. And then Chantal got involved with Natter. And you want to talk about rotten and vile and entitled? The way that this witch was talking to her Beezers, it was unbelievable. The way that she would humiliate and embarrass and put down her own Beezers and threaten them. If anybody in the chat said something that she didn't like, she would curse them out verbally, or she might put something on her community tab, and she would outright tell people, go ahead and cancel your memberships or leave. I'll get more Beezers right behind you. She put out the vibe that nobody mattered to her, because if a few Beezers left, there'd be 5 more to replace them. So to her, people were not important. Their memberships were important, but people were not important. She abused her audience and got away with it. She was really high on her horse, and she was arrogant. And the only reason why she's being nice right now, honestly and truly, is because she's broke. Because her memberships have gone down. That's why she's got open chat. Chantal hates open chat. She doesn't like doing anything for free. She's resentful of the fact that she has to open the chat. And she has to talk to people that haven't paid a membership. She would rather everybody pay a membership so that she gets $5 from each and every one of them. Because back in the day, that's exactly what she did. She put the chat behind a paywall. If you wanted to talk to Chantal, you had to pay $5. And even then, good luck. You could be a member and say hi to her. Didn't guarantee she'd say hi back or acknowledge you. But she's minding her manners because she needs money right now.
They're very, I think she's...
And even then, she's starting to slip. You know, like the old Chantal is starting to poke right through. She's starting to be mean to people again.
You know, people can express themselves, but no, I don't. This is my chat. I want it to be positive, Swag Daddy. Why do I want people on here?
She wants people to kiss her butt and pat her on the butt. She wants a hug box. She doesn't expect any criticism over the fact that she herself revealed that her cat is in heat and didn't get her fixed. And everybody knows she's been over in Kuwait for quite a while, that the shot to keep her out of heat was given 10 months ago, which gave her plenty of time to save for the operation, although you didn't need that much time considering the cost. So you put it off and put it off and put it off because you could. You're riding that red line about putting it off so you can just have more food money. And you're going to get upset because people in your chat are saying, why didn't you get her fixed? You're taking offense to just a normal question about why you didn't do something that you should have done when you're over there trying to build this image of being a responsible cat owner. Clearly you're not.
You're always harping on my ass for everything. No thanks. There's hate channels for that. Go there. I don't care. I don't need the views.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Chantal. Be rude to your Beezers. Be rude. Do it. Do it. Be snotty. Because I'll tell you what, being rude is expensive in your world. It really is. It's really expensive. Every time you're rude to somebody or you're rude to somebody in front of other people, those people that you're rude to, yeah, they'll go to the reaction channels. They'll watch their videos. They might send super chats. They might just be part of the audience and have a wonderful time, more so than what they're having on your channel. Because anymore, your content sucks. Do you hear me? It sucks. It's boring. You bore people to death. You come on camera and you cry and you whine about your life, but yet you don't fix your life when clearly you can. You've got the time, the energy, the money, the resources. You just don't care. People tune into you and it's not a good time. They don't get to laugh. You're not introducing them to new things. So go ahead and push them over the edge of that tolerance cliff. Push them over the edge to where they say is enough, and they become part of Girl World. They become part of our audience. Push people away. There's a lot of people that are part of the Girl World audience. They started out on your side of the fence, but then they saw who you were and they're like, I'm out. You hate the reaction channels, but yet with your behavior and the way that you are, you kind of help them grow to where they are. You're determined to be self-destructive and rude. And the longer you keep on with that, the less people are going to watch you.
That bad. I don't give a shit. Whatever. Pippi long nips. You didn't get a chat summary? Oh, hey, plain cheeseburgers. She should be fine, like, by tomorrow. It's been, like, you know. She's sleeping now, I think.
So when did Chantal first start going to the gym? Like, what, 2 or 3 days ago? No, Chantal. Her heat could last another 4 or 5 days.
Obviously, I feel bad when I see her like that.
No, you don't. You know you don't. No, you don't.
We try to keep her comfortable. My chicken dinner looked bomb.
You're not keeping her comfortable. If she's in a room by herself, alone, in heat, the room is cold, if it's freezing in there, she's not going to be comfortable. By the way, Chantal, for a cat in heat actually helps relax them. Are you providing some kind of heat source, like a heating blanket or a heating pad or something like that? Making sure she's warm enough, because like I said, animals get cold just like people.
Thank you. I'm not going to hang my plaque because what if I want to bring it somewhere else in the house? You know? But to keep rubbing it in her face. Exactly, just because they need something to rage about. Chat summaries are so funny. They will have babies together, yeah. I'm not trying to have more cats. No thanks. McDonald's mukbang? No. They can have concern for Julia. There's no need to be concerned. Cats go in heat and survive. It's like a natural thing. What the hell? Like, why would God make cats go into heat if it was like, you know what I mean? Like, that's just so stupid. I don't know. That's my opinion. You can have yours, whatever, but we don't have to attack each other over it. And I'm just tired of stupid, useless negativity over everything.
Well, then fix the problem and you won't have to hear about it anymore. If you don't want to hear negative comments about Julia being in heat, do what you need to do to get her fixed. Once she's fixed, she won't go into heat anymore and you won't have to hear any more about it. That was the same situation with BBJ. If you had taken care of her properly, you got her nails clipped, made sure that she wasn't sick, made sure her teeth were taken care of. When you wanted to rehome her and there were no medical issues, nobody would have said anything. People said something because she was so neglected and because she was so sick. And there was no reason for it. She wasn't a street cat that had just come off the street. She was in your home and you were supposed to be her guardian, looking after her, and people were voicing their concerns and you kept telling all of us we were crazy. Well, there's nothing wrong with my cat. And then we find out there was a lot wrong. And you had a meltdown because we found out. It wasn't about Frenchie having the cat. It was that the truth was out and you couldn't cover it up. It was about your ego.
Everything. And a couple of you are like that. So, yeah. Even humans do, yeah. We don't, wow. But, you know, maybe we do. Nuggets and fries. Yum, enjoy. Hey, Linda. I'm doing well. The nuggets and fries are nasty. It's just heat. She'll live. Yeah, Melanie. You're pooping? I obviously love my cat. Yeah, obviously. She's...
No, you don't. The only reason why you got Julia was to trigger Girl World due to the fact that she looks a lot like BBJ, and also to build up this false image with the new Beezers. Oh, I love animals so much. So all of you cat owners in the audience, all of you people out there that you love animals and you love pets, I'm using this cat as a prop to draw you in and make you part of my audience. When the truth of the matter is, I'm a neglectful pet owner who doesn't give a crap, that I'm so cruel and I'm so neglectful of my pets that I had an elderly female cat whose nails got embedded into her foot pads twice. She had kidney issues. She had a UTI so bad that she was peeing blood, dirty, infected ears, rotted teeth. She had all kinds of issues, arthritis, and I didn't treat a single thing, even though I had the money 10 times over.
spoiled. She's a princess. So, yeah, exactly. Teardrop. They do, exactly. A lot of people don't fix their pets, like, you know. But yeah, we're definitely getting it done before her next heat. So,
You know what, Chantal? I don't know exactly where you're going for the visa run. I don't know if you're headed back to Canada alone or you're going somewhere with Salah. But I hope wherever you're going, you experience so much misery. You know, I don't even have to wish that. What did I say earlier? Chantal creates her own misery. So I'm sure that she will be in misery without me wishing for it. I look forward to your misery.
I should turn the light on.
Yeah, turn the light on.
Hi, Sharon. I'm going to get an ice cream, I think. I don't know.
Why is she sitting in the dark anyway? I know she just came upstairs. She's on YouTube. Why doesn't she turn the light on? Not that I want to see her face. It's like a jump scare.
Yeah, exactly, Eureka. It's so weird. I don't know. The virtue signaling is weird, but whatever. Beck did a tell-all? No, I didn't see that. Hi, Anne. Look, I have my own drama and, you know. But yeah, Julia's fine. She's going to be fine. Her heat will go away soon with the injection.
But there is no injection. The injection that was given to her was 10 months ago. And obviously that's worn off because she's in heat again. So what are you talking about? You just told us that the vet told you she can't have another injection.
But she's not going to get another injection.
Right? So
this one will last like they say 10 months, but this one lasted like a year. I remember her going into heat the first time when we came back from Thailand, which was like in October. So that's a long time.
So you've had all that time to fix it and you did not.
So this injection will last a bit and we'll get her.
I'm so confused. Didn't she just say the vet told her no more injections? So what are they doing? Is she like going to a different vet because the vet they originally took Julia to said I can't give her a second injection? So are they looking for another new vet who doesn't know about her medical history to give her yet another injection? Is that healthy? Would that hurt Julia in some way to get 2 back to back?
They're fixed in the meantime. I can't tell you about travel plans. It's their menstrual cycle. It's not painful. It's not painful. And
Wait a minute, what? A cat going into heat? That is not their menstrual cycle. They don't bleed.
menstrual cycles are actually uncomfortable, right? Just like a pet's. But I do agree, like I think she should be spayed after all. I'll get her done like when we can after we come back.
You know, I think I have an idea of why Chantal's not getting Julia fixed. Not just because it would cut into her food money, but if there's any kind of thought about her abandoning Julia and abandoning Harry, she's not going to spend money on a pet that she just lets go of. If Julia came from the street and if Chantal had to leave Kuwait forever and couldn't come back, Julia would go right back to the street. Chantal's not going to drop a couple $100 on a supposed pet if it truly isn't her pet.
I want, like, the injection will work for a while, so Bear. Make me
So let me get this straight. Like the vet told her, I can't give you another shot for Julia. So it sounds like they might be shopping for another vet who can give the injection again. I don't know how safe that is. I don't know if 2 in a row would be bad for a pet. But it sounds like they're going to get the shot somewhere through somebody so that the cat is heat free for another 8 to 10 months or something, rather than just do the simple thing and get her fixed and there's no more shots.
laugh. Why am I in the dark? Mm-hmm. Well, I like it. But menstrual cycles do hurt, yeah. That's true. It's like, it depends on the person. Mine were pretty painful. I took pills, but only thing we deal with is litters every few months.
This person, Blocked Pot Bluey, says, I've been helping stray cats in my neighborhood for years. I rarely get them spayed, and there aren't any issues. Only thing we deal with is litters every few months, which we just sell for money. So what? You run around the neighborhood just gathering up the kittens from these litters and you just use them for profit? Well, you sound like a wonderful human being.
Which we just sell for money. Aw. I'm kidding. Make OnlyFans? That's so gross. Well, I've been spayed.
Thank God for that. And I know that may be cruel to say that. And before anybody jumps down my throat, hear me out. Some people just aren't meant to be parents or a parent. They don't have the temperament or perhaps the finances or the lifestyle or the attitude. Being a parent is a huge responsibility. Huge. It's a lifetime commitment. Chantal does not have the patience for a child or the understanding for a child. And she certainly wouldn't have the attitude of bringing a life into this world and giving it all that she could. She would not sacrifice for that child. She would not alter her life in any way for that child. She's basically a big toddler herself, doing temper tantrums at 40 years old. She'd be a horrible parent. The only reason why she'd want a child, in my opinion, is to use the child as a sort of blackmail for whoever the father was. She would do to a man what her mother tried to do to her father and baby trap somebody. She even said so. Chantal even said so, that she wanted to baby trap a man. But she would be that kind of a parent She would have the baby and then dump the baby off with her mother and run off and do her thing. Or if she were a mother, she'd be jealous of her own child. She'd be neglectful of her own child. I mean, she's got a bad temper. She could pass along nothing good to that child. So she would not be a good parent. She can't parent herself. How can she parent a child? If she can't take care of a pet, how can she take care of a human child? Being a parent is a special thing. Everything good that is in you, all your experiences, all your wisdom, all your love, you pour that into a child. And you do your best to teach them well so that when they get older, they can go through life happy and go through as little pain as possible. She would not have that attitude. She wouldn't feel that way. She would be using that child for purposes not intended, meaning using that as a sort of blackmail or to hurt somebody or threaten someone. That child would suffer. So thank God she can't reproduce. Thank God. Thank goodness. She's an out of control adult. She doesn't need children.
Hey, Miss Helith Razor. Oh, sorry, Pippi Long Nippings, to hear that. A Pippi Long Nippings. I'm so sorry to hear that, Pippi Long Nips. I don't mean to laugh at that. I'm the name. I don't know, please use where. Yeah, Linda, thanks. I can't wait to travel. Maybe what triggered her to go into heat was her smelling that friggin' cat with the big balls. Because when I came upstairs, she was sniffing me like crazy.
That might trigger her, or cats do go into heat every so often. It's just a thing.
And now she runs around the apartment with her butt in the air. Stop it. I can't help you. Yeah.
You know, I'm not laughing at Julia. That poor thing, if she's in heat. I'm not laughing at the cat, but I'm laughing at the mental picture I'm getting right now. Because poor little Julia, she's in heat. Poor thing. It's not her fault. She should have been fixed long ago. But she's describing this picture of Julia running around the apartment with her butt in the air, meowing. Isn't that what Chantal does to Salah? Isn't she over there begging for his attention? Trying to put her big butt in the air, hoping that he'll do something with her, and he won't. Chantal, you're in heat, and yet the male that's around you doesn't want anything to do with you.
It marked its scent on me, but I don't think it's spit. Is she crying? The cat, I don't care if they rip me apart. After all those reaction channels have been exposed as being weirdos and bigger cows than everyone else, I don't give a shit. Go for it. Didn't piss on me. I didn't have wet. The big orange one, yeah. It was rubbing all over me. So then Julia was sniffing.
Oh, by the way, Chantal, like there's rumors that you want to get Julia pregnant. All right. Let me just pass along some information about that. In order for Julia to get pregnant, she has to be around a male Tom. I mean, that's just common sense, right? Something you should know about male Toms. I don't know if you got plans on bringing up one of the male Toms that was down at the pool area up to your apartment, but understand this, madam. Male Toms, to mark their territory, they spray. They will spray furniture, they'll spray the carpet, and a male Tom spray, it stinks. It stinks real bad. That's them marking their territory to show other male Toms that that's their space. So if a male Tom, you bring a male Tom up to your apartment, understand that if the male Tom gets up there with Julia and they spray your furniture or they spray the carpet, there's really no getting that out. That place is going to stink. So you might want to step away from that idea of getting her pregnant, because having an unfixed male Tom up there is going to get real stinky. And it's going to lead to all of the furniture being thrown away if that male Tom sprays anything.
Me. And now then she went into heat like the next day. And Salah had like a friend over and she was being a skank and like
Shut up. He had a male friend over and she was being a skank. No, she wasn't. She was just in heat. I love the fact that she's talking about her cat that way. She says she loves her so much, but she's referring to her cat as a skank.
rubbing on them and flopping over. Oh my gosh, Leslie Cat. Sorry, Bren. My God. Okay, what can I eat? I'm starving.
You're not starving. You're not There's no way that a 500-pound woman can be starving.
Hey, VR. She doesn't bleed, Yoda. No, you can't see his friend, meet his friends. You already met a couple. Cook something, Juliana. Hi, Charles Reed. No idea. Strawberries and cream. I didn't even see a stream from her.
Liar.
Hello, Julianne. The wheeze. The wheeze laugh. Lasagna. What are we? I don't want to wake her up. Oh, sorry, plain cheeseburgers. I didn't see it. Hey, YouTuber.
So, of course, it wouldn't be a Chantal lie without her eating something. And what is she eating? Ice cream. Diabetes who? Diabetes what?
You're my age, hissy fits. Yes, no, Mike.
I don't want to watch her eat. Are you guys okay with that? That I don't want to watch her eat? Can we get past that part?
I cannot give you a hint.
Oh, because somebody was asking in the chat, where are you going? And she goes, I can't give you any hints. Even if you told us you were coming back to Canada, Chantal, you're okay. No one's going to be at the airport waiting for your arrival.
Hey, Lyrics. Yeah, strawberries.
Hurry up and finish eating.
Oh, rip off. I know, right, Leslie? What are you doing? Yeah, Bear, I'm not that dumb this time. Turkey.
You know what? Honestly, it doesn't matter to me. After what she said about Yappa's child, considering all the things she's done, I don't care where she goes. I don't care if she goes back to Canada. I don't care if she goes to Thailand or Malaysia or wherever it is she's going. If she goes alone or with Salah. Because honestly, at this point, it doesn't matter, y'all. It's not like if she goes to a different location, the content is going to be different. She went to Thailand. What happened in Thailand? We pretty much got the same content from her there that we do right here. I mean, yeah, we got to see the occasional different setting, but that was it. Like she went to Thailand and she ate her way through Thailand. Just like with Cuba, when she went down to Cuba, we didn't see much of Cuba. She stayed at the resort and she parked herself right next to the buffet table and ate. And if she wasn't doing that, she was back in her hotel room talking about Natter. Wherever she goes, we don't see much of the location. There's nothing new to look forward to. That's why when she said season 3 is going to be lit, I'm like, how? Why? What are you going to do? Wherever you go, you find a room, you find where the food is, and you eat. That's the extent of your travels. You don't walk around, you don't explore anything, you don't talk to anybody. It's boring. You might as well just stay where you are. You know, because you're a boring person, Chantal.
Wish you could just buy the bag of the discarded. Who discards the chocolate ends? They must be insane. Like, who throws away the best part? Costco has some good chocolate muffins. Hey, Bun Bun. I was sitting in the gym because my cat's in heat. My teeth in the front, I don't know. What? Brisa, they sell that?
Talking about food.
Oh my gosh.
Look at her. She's so boring anymore that she can't even sit up to do a live. This live went on for less than 2 hours. She can't even sit up anymore to talk to people. She's got to lay down. Anymore, it's her constantly laying down. And I don't know if that's due to her FOODIE people. If they want her to lay down, that's part of their fetish. But this is ridiculous. Her like laying down all the time. You can't be this tired. You don't do anything.
Weeks. Why? What is it about Miss Hella Fraser? No, I didn't say she was thick. Fix Jeremy. Go good. Unsub. I don't care. Like, what the fuck? Friggin' weirdos.
Yay! People are saying they're going to unsub from Chantal. Good. Y'all need to wake up and drink the coffee. I hope more people unsub from Chantal. I mean, y'all can do what you want over there, but again, I'm going to ask the question. What is the benefit of watching her? Are you being entertained? Is she being nice to you? Is it a channel where you can tune in and there's something worth watching? Or is it a channel that you tune into the content and it's boring? She's constantly trauma dumping. She's dumping all her issues in your lap. She's always complaining about herself, always talking about her lack of health. At the same time, she comes on camera doing the self-harm content and expecting you guys to watch and expecting you guys to pay for it. This is what you subbed up for? She doesn't do any members-only streams. She doesn't do any giveaways. She just wants your money, and she's not even willing to do a simple, entertaining video for you guys, which wouldn't take that long or take that much. I mean, seriously. How much thought does it take to put together a 15-minute entertaining video, introduce new topics, introduce new things, show us some new environment? Considering what other people in the world have to do to make money, and all she's got to do is film a doggone video and edit it and put it up, is it really asking that much to put together a simple video or a simple entertaining live. And she can't even do that. She can't even do that. Like, what is the point in being subbed up to her?
I'm going to unsub because you didn't spay your cat because I wanted you to.
And Capricorn Fairy says average cat heat is 7 days. Yep.
Shut up.
And yikes, it's Val says it can be up to 21 days.
Get out of here. No one cares. I never said she was spayed ever. And even if I did, so what? Whatever. Unsub.
Yeah, go ahead, unsub. Listen, I'm not one to tell people what to do on YouTube because everybody's free to watch what they want to watch, do what they want to do, complete freedom. Those of you watching this video, you're free to go on YouTube and watch who you want to watch, sub up to who you want to sub up to. And I love that face. Hold on. I just noticed her expression. Hold on. That is great. I love that. Hold that picture, Chantal. You are so photogenic today. I am loving it. It's like McDonald's. I am loving it. I'm using that face for my thumbnail. Thank you. But she's telling people to unsub. She's giving no one any motivation to stay subbed up to her. What's there to look forward to? This is how she makes money, is on YouTube, and yet she's not really motivating people to stay on her channel and not watch the reaction channels. She hates the reaction channels. People have a clear path. Option 1, stay on her channel. Watch her content through her. Option 2, go to reaction channel where it might be more fun because they go the extra mile. They'll add the funny clips and the humor and the intelligence and put everything in a timeline. And they appreciate the audiences they have. She doesn't try to motivate people to stay on her side of the fence.
No, I never said I was going where I was going. They're too like, seriously. The friggin' animal police online, like, go hound an actual animal abusers and show.
You are an animal abuser. What are you talking about, ma'am?
You know? Bye, little nitty. Yeah, I never said that, Tracy, exactly. Yeah, exactly. No, I'm not getting her spayed before the trip.
Because you're a butthole, that's why.
There's no time for that. I can't give you hints. Why would you be worried about her being in heat? What's there to worry about? She's in an air-conditioned home with a comfortable bed, like lots of room, lots of windows.
You put her in a room by herself and shut the door. And that's a small storage room filled with stuff. So how is she comfortable again?
Lots of food, lots of water, lots of love. What more? Like what?
She's not being loved right now. You got her shut up in a room, in a cold room, with not even a heating pad or a blanket to crawl up under to get comfortable. So how is she comfortable, Chantal, if you keep that house like 60 degrees?
What's there to worry about? Of course we're going to have people take care of our pets. What kind of stupid question is that? No, we're going to leave them.
Well, you know what? If you got people that will take care of the pets, why can't you make arrangements that if there's somebody around you, you can give them money, while you're gone, they can take Julia to the vet. She can get fixed. They can pick her up, bring her back, and that way it's all done while you're away. Why can't you do that?
To die. I am irritated.
Well, it's your fault. If you had gotten her fixed, nobody would be commenting anything.
It's so because it's stupid. It's a stupid reason to outrage. Exactly, SB. It's only a problem for the dumb haters, but it's not a problem to support.
Oh, so people commenting, if you're commenting and you're criticizing what she's doing, that automatically means you're a hater. It can't possibly be because you're a person who loves animals and you're seeing somebody in front of you that they had the power to make their pet comfortable, which is their responsibility as their guardian, and you become their guardian as soon as you bring the pet into your home. No, you're a hater. If you're simply asking the question, why didn't you get her fixed? It's irresponsible to not get her fixed. Suddenly you're a hater because you're criticizing her irresponsibility.
Support someone who, never mind, just never mind. Yeah, teardrop, exactly. Yeah, Princess Peach. Yeah, she's not outside in the heat, exactly. Do you like spinach on pizza? Yes, I do. I didn't want to come upstairs because it's loud when she meows. And I didn't want to hear it, but now I don't care. Whatever. Go off all you want. I don't.
The only reason why she told us about Julia being in heat is because she wanted food. And Julia being in heat in the apartment was blocking her from eating food. So she finally had to tell us what was going on. And that's the only reason why she told us.
I don't give a shit. Cancel me. Honestly, I don't care. You feel so free when you don't care what people think. Fuck. Get out of here.
Like the food addiction won. And because of the food addiction, we finally got the truth out of her. She's like, should I tell the truth? If I tell the truth, I can go get my ice cream.
If you call, I don't even think there is an animal control here. And if you called it, they'd probably laugh and hang up on you.
You know what, Chantal? I hope that you have to walk on a treadmill someday with bare feet and there's Legos on the treadmill. I'm just saying.
That's in heat. Like,
I want you to step on all the broken Legos.
Okay.
Minecraft, of course.
Even in Canada, if you called the animal control to complain about that, they would probably hang up on you. Yeah, she would. Yeah. To your pet, your business. Yep. Exactly. Yeah, Buster, she is. Yeah. You think people? She's not out in the heat. No. Why would it? No. She's in heat. You know.
Is that all she's going to talk about?
Eating dry noodles and like YouTube lover.
You know, I'm picking something up here. You guys in the comments tell me what you think about this. I mean, look at her face. She's got this evil little smirk on her face. Like she is just so happy that she's ticked people off with the fact that she's revealed that the cat is in heat and people are stressed out about that and they're irritated about that. She's loving this, I think. Like, look at that smirk. Look.
That's facts. I showed in my video, I had chicken and a salad with lots of.
Nobody cares what you eat. Nobody cares about your stupid, ridiculous grocery hauls. Nobody cares, Chantal. Eat all the food you want. Buy all the groceries you want. Nobody cares. Eat another 10 million calories. Nobody cares. Get on camera and do your mukbangs and eat out of spite. Nobody's going to care. You're going to eat all the calories you want. None of us in Girl World are going to gain the weight, but you will. And if by chance you eating the way you're eating, you finally become bedbound, don't expect Salah to take care of you, because he won't. He will not take care of you. The moment you stop being a cash cow and you become a real cow, he will leave. He's around for the ride as long as there's money involved. But the moment you stop making money and you 100% become a burden, he'll walk. And there you'll be, stuck in a bed, unable to get up, can't walk anywhere, can't go home to Canada. You'll be absolutely effed. And then the whole fantasy life will be over. But until then, enjoy the misery you created, because you did create it. You're the architect of your own hell. So enjoy the flames, girl.
The French dressing. How many packs? Probably 2. I usually eat 2. I ate more before, but I felt sick.
Shut up. I hate her talking about food. Be quiet.
Ew. A film of spit?
Okay, she's getting boring. She's just laying there acting like an idiot. I'm done. She made me mad. So, for those of you in my audience that you're animal lovers, I'm sure that whole stream made you angry. It made me mad. Just the fact that she's not taking care of Julia. Poor Julia's in heat. Between situation with her talking about Yaba's child, the way she did in this whole thing with the cat, it's ticking me off. But I hope you guys enjoyed this react. If you have, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Until then, take care of yourselves and each other. Bye.